showing houses in the beautiful Irvine. Fell in love with this place. I really did. I rarely like houses with white walls, but this one is really nice. Okay, we're looking at this gorgeous property in Irvine today. Okay, so we are in another property in Irvine. I want to show you this house. Again, we're gonna look at the layout before everything or anything else. This house was built not so long ago. Let's turn the lights on. We have looked at some houses together. Most of them have had the most profound natural light. This one, not so much, but we still love this house. Wait till I show it to you. Yeah. Okay. As you walk in, you have a very inviting opening here. You know, it invites you to walk in. You have the staircase here, the wooden staircase with this beautiful chandelier and the natural light. You have this little cute bench here. You can use that space for anything, but I don't like it to be cluttered when you walk in. So you walk in and there's that little bench there. Let's walk inside. There is a master bedroom down here. So if you have a guest, they can stay here. They won't be bothered because it's a full bath. So it has the shower, bathroom. We walk in, you have this master bedroom down here, and it has direct access to the garage, a closet, I'm a huge fan of curtains like this. Obviously this is a personal choice, but it adds so much character to the room. This is obviously Irvine, so you pay for the safety for the neighborhood. If you have kids, you pay for, the kids' school system. Irvine has some of the best school districts. It has a very good sized garage. I guess you could fit easily. You can fit 2 cars. You can maybe try to squeeze if you have a small car, 3, but you can easily fit 2 cars. Now this is interesting. They have designed the cabinets to be inside, almost flush with the wall, just to add more room to the garage. And look how much cabinet space you have here. Holy moly, I love it. Love this wall. That door goes out to the backyard. We're gonna go to the backyard in a second, but just to show you, I guess the door doesn't open. Anyways, that's the door to the backyard. Let's go walk the rest of the house. Let me turn the lights off. Now the cabinet space. So as you come in here is, I don't know what to call this, maybe the family room. They have a grand piano. I used to play the piano. And this is one of my favorite rooms actually. This is like the study room, quiet room, or kids' homework room. Lots of cabinet space again. And the bookcase, like the little library area here. You can close the doors, and it gives you privacy without being completely disconnected from the rest of the house. So, I mean, it gives you good privacy. You can eliminate the noise, but you're not completely isolated. So if you have kids and you want them to do their homework, they can just sit there, or they can play, or you can just sit here, read a book, do your work, whatever it might be. I like that space. And then as you come here, there is another bathroom, just a bathroom down here, which makes it more convenient, so you don't have to use the master bathroom or master bedroom's bath down there. Closet space. And guess what? Closet space. All right, so you come here, you have the family room. Lots of natural light. So no light is on here. Let's turn this light on just to see. Ooh, I like it. And then you have the dining and the kitchen. I personally like separate spaces, but they have done a very good job with this space, so it doesn't feel that you're in each other's faces, if that makes sense. You're not on top of each other. And you have a lot of pantry, again, closet space. So one pantry here, another here, another one here, tall ceiling, huge refrigerator, obviously. This house is 5 bedrooms and 6 bathrooms, so obviously you need a lot of space, storage space, closet space, and a big refrigerator. And it has a gas oven with very heavy suction above it. See, it feels very fluid, even though the spaces are not separated, but it's very open. This house was built in 2017. Let's see if we can go outside. It's in the middle of the day. I like the crow. How quiet it is. It's a very good sized backyard. It's not huge, but it's very private. I like it. I enjoy it. Let's go back inside. Look at that shelf area. It's very nice. We're gonna go upstairs. It's very easy to open and close these because they're not very old. This house is very well kept. Let's see how I can lock this. Okay. Locked. Again, curtains. Okay, let's go upstairs. This beautiful round staircase. I had a foot injury, so I'm not wearing any heels. Okay. There's 2 steps to go to the master. The master is very big, actually. Look at that. Let's walk in again. You walk in, there's almost like a rest area here. If you have kids, your kids would love that space. And then you have the good view here. I like that. And the master bath. Look at that. It's very nice. You have the tub, the shower, and this is one of the best parts. You have 2 closets, 2 walk-in closets. One is right here, very big. And you have 2 bathrooms, or lavatories, I guess. 2 sink areas, one here and one here. Another bathroom, and the bigger closet. I guess this would be for the lady of the house. I don't know, there's something about this closet that I really like. It's probably the space. You can even put like a little cabinet down here, like an island, to add more space to, or to your closet. You can put a couch over there. Anyways, thinking like an interior designer. This is the master bath. Let's turn these lights off and we'll go look at the other. Bedrooms. Looking at this master again. Split spaces, one of my favorites. And look at this. As you come up the stairs, there's a living room here. What you can do with that space, gorgeous. Love it. And then we go to the laundry room. The washer and dryer come with the place. Again, closet space. And you have the sink right here with a lot of cabinets. Let's take another look at this living room. Another set of stairs here. And you go to the other bedroom. This one is also a master, but a smaller one, because it has a full bath and shower. Closet, and here's the bathroom. Steps down, go to the smaller room. They didn't stage this one, didn't get enough love. This one is also a small master, full bath, as you can see. A bigger size closet, a small walk-in basically. Ooh, look at that cabinet space. Storage. And then the last master bedroom. This one is a little bit bigger. Let's look at the view. of the neighborhood. Oh, look at that. That is really cool. Oh, my daughter would love that. Okay, and we have the closet. This is a little bit bigger than the other one. So this house has 5 master bedrooms and 6 bathrooms. I don't know. I keep thinking this can be a kid's playroom. You could turn this into an office. Honestly, you can put a desk, maybe partition walls. Very nice. I like that chandelier. So this whole community wasn't built that long ago. And by the way, subscribe to the channel and follow for more videos like this. Comment below. Tell me what you do or don't like about the spaces that I show you, and what kind of spaces would you like to see more of. You know, it helps a lot that these properties are staged. You can even imagine kids running through. You can imagine people having dinner. So this was 127 Cruise in Irvine. And with Irvine, obviously, you get a lot of families, and that's why the value of the properties in Irvine usually don't drop. If you look at the past 10-15 years, even though a lot of other places the prices have dropped and the value of the properties have gone down, here you don't really see that. Yes, there's a little bit of a dip, but it was really unchanged. And part of the reason is because there's so much construction in Irvine. They are constantly working on it. And when you live in Irvine, you care about the school district, you care about the safety of the city. So you start working towards keeping the city safe and the schools, in a good condition. And that adds to the value of the property. So over time, your property is only appreciated in value. And it's one of the places that it doesn't drop that much in value. So that adds to why people want to buy in Irvine. And this house has 5 master bedrooms and 6 bathrooms. There's a guest bathroom downstairs. So if you have somebody whom you don't want to go to your bathroom, that you can just send them there. And they have done a great job. The house itself is almost 4,000 square feet, and the land is 7,000 square feet. So there's a very good sized backyard with shade, and it's very private, secluded. This is in a cul-de-sac. This house is in a cul-de-sac, and it helps with the privacy a lot. The HOA is really not that high for what it is, because there is a community pool. You have access to a lot of different amenities as the community, and you don't have a lot of parking spots, but you don't need a permit to park on the street. So if you can find parking on the street, you can take it. It's yours. So there isn't that much you have to say when it comes to Irvine, when it comes to the landscape outside, because again, they want to keep the look of the city the same and clean and taken care of. But I don't think you would care, because they do a great job with the landscape and everything. And with Irvine, you get obviously very good school districts, which is why a lot of families move here. And with families, what you get is safer cities, because everybody goes to work, take the kids to school, they come home, do homework, maybe there's something they do with the kids. So you get much safer cities, right? And here in Irvine, you have a lot of families who care about education, if that makes sense. So that's part of the reason you have a lower rate crime, and that's part of the reason why the prices are a little bit higher than some other cities here in Southern California. And it's very quiet. the neighbors are usually very nice. I don't want to talk about the neighbors because you never know what you're going to get, right? But you have to remember one thing. When you buy a house, you buy the neighbors with your house. So don't go into buying a house just thinking, I like the location, I like the price, and I like the whatever, how close it is to the grocery store. You also have to think about the neighbors. It's very important. There are a lot of times where people don't think about that and they buy something somewhere, looks beautiful, but they don't feel like they want to go to their house because of the neighbors. And that this is one of the unwritten rules that nobody talks about. It's very important. That's why you have to know where you buy a house, maybe visit it a couple of times, maybe even go check out who the neighbors are before you purchase that property. I mean, it's permanent unless you are an investor. If you're looking for a house to live with your family, you're going to stay there for at least 8 years, if not longer, if not 15, 20 years. So you want to make sure what surrounds your house is also something to your liking. This property is priced at 3.85. It's been on the market for only 12 days as we speak, so there's a chance it might come down, but not a lot. And again, part of the reason, obviously, it's 7,000 square feet, and the house itself was 4,000 something, 5 master bedrooms. The layout is very open, very inviting, and very beautiful. And it's in a cul-de-sac in one of the newer built parts of Irvine. This was built in 2017. It's not old. It doesn't look old. It doesn't feel old. It hasn't been majorly renovated because it's only been built 9 years ago. It was built 9 years ago. And it's very close to the Great Park in Irvine. This is an up and coming neighborhood. There are a lot of construction. And part of the reason why the prices in Irvine keep going up or your house doesn't depreciate in value is how much new construction there is and how much they keep working on Irvine and the houses here in Irvine. So Irvine is definitely on the top of my list when it comes to raising a family. Even the rental places in Irvine have a different way about them. And even though you see Irvine is here, but doesn't make that much of a difference because even around the university, it's still very quiet, secluded, and very, very safe. I don't think we emphasize safety when we talk about buying a house enough. Even if you are an investor, you think about an investment property, it still factors in because you want to make sure that the crime rate is low and your tenants are able to live quietly and peacefully in that property. So this again was 127 Cruise in Irvine, California. If you need more information, let me know. And like always, make sure to like, subscribe, and let me know what other type of properties would you like to see. I tour one property every week in Southern California. And let me know which other city you would like me to go and visit next week. See you guys later.